Welcome back to Techin' Out. Now we know there are a variety of different driving styles. There's drifting, gymkhana, drag racing, and so much more. There's something out there for anyone looking to wrench or race. But have you ever tried your hand in the world of RC racing?
Today we take you to Coastal RC Speedway and Hobbies and take a look at some of the RC racing going on right here in Chesapeake.
My name is Barry Schimmel. I'm one of the owners here at Coastal RC. Coastal RC is an indoor raceway here for remote radio control cars. It's an indoor carpet facility, lots of high traction, lots of fun, family environment, everything. It's always been thought of really as a hobby, not really as a sport. And behind the scenes, there was always these faster cars out there and more competitive cars that you can set up, and it's almost like mini NASCAR. It's a lot of fun, it's technical, but it's different than the hobby grade type radio controlled stuff.
I've been racing for 5 years now. It can be very competitive. It can be a paycheck. It can be someone's living, but it can also just be a hobby. It depends on where you're traveling to, if you're just at a club racing. It's always somewhat competitive because you're always trying to win, but at the end of the day, it's always a smile on the face.
It's really competitive. There's a lot of different races you can go to. There's like big races with like thousands of people there watching. Like you can be on TV. It can be very competitive.
We started racing back in 2000. So it started out, it was something that we could share together. And I was always better than him. And then as he grew older, he started getting faster. And now he's the one to beat. So
I was just sandbagging when I was younger.
It takes a lot of talent to wheel these things. A lot of people think it's just something from Toys R Us, but yeah, they're really engineered pieces of equipment.
My body has a combination of orange and yellow and pink. It has some chrome and black in it as well. So this is pretty much what everyone sees me as on the track.
This is one of my vehicles, two-wheel drive buggy. It's a Yokomo chassis. And as you can see, it's wired up with the steering servo that controls the steering. You got your battery, motor, transmission. The speed control is basically the brain of everything, telling it to go and stop.
Josh and Brennan are at a different level, almost professional drivers. You know, they're not paid drivers, but both of them are at a level where their competitiveness is not like at a club level.
It has sway bars, just like a real car does. Shocks, springs you can change out, downforce, front and rear wings. These cars can run you about 1,000 to 1,500 to get started in high competition level. If you don't want to do that, you could probably start out under 500 bucks.
90% of the guys that come into this facility, your normal club racer guys, you know, they throw tires on their car and we get them a basic setup and they go out here and they're completely fine. The people like Josh and Brennan are looking for a half a second. When you got 15 really fast guys, they're usually within a half a second of each other and they're trying to figure out what do they need to do to find a half a second. So here at Coastal we have the off-road track. You know, that's your typical four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, off-road type buggies and different vehicles that will jump and lots of speed. We have an on-road track and that's more for like a touring car and, you know, F1 cars and stuff like that where there's no jumps at all. It's just basically a road course. Oval cars, you know, go straight, turn left. We have a rock crawling course. It's absolutely awesome. Rock crawlers are a lot of fun. They're very technical. These guys build these out to make them scale and look like real rock crawlers. And then finally in the back we have Mini Z course, which is a scaled down on-road course. There's no jumps, there's no dirt. It's fast, lots of turns and, you know, more affordable for somebody that's trying to get into the hobby, but still lots of fun, very competitive.
Some tracks are technical, some are smooth.
Right now, I'm really enjoying the rock crawler track because there's so much creativity that goes into that. You want it to be competitive, but car friendly at the same time.
I could be racing with a few friends, having a great time, or I could be at a national event, racing with people from all across the world. It doesn't matter to me. For those few moments I'm racing, I guess it takes me somewhere else. Don't have to worry about bills and work and all that other stuff. So it's a good hobby to have, keeps you out of trouble.
The future of anything is in the youth. So we want and we encourage young kids to come in because number one, they do have the hand-eye coordination. Most kids that play video games or are good with their hands tend to do really, really well in the RC world. It's almost like a real video game. And this is more fun, you know, you've got something to work towards to get better and better.